Alright, so now we're going to make the soy candles. Here's everything you need. First you'll need a pot to boil some water in, and then a smaller pot that'll fit in there, which your wax will go into. The water heats the smaller pot and melts the wax so you don't burn it. Eventually you want to get one of these pour pots. It's got a spout on it, so you melt the wax in there. It's easier to pour out. It won't stick to the side of the pan. Need a measuring spoon to measure out your fragrance. It's a tablespoon, which is equal to a ½ ounce. Digital scale to measure out the wax. Your fragrances here. There's tons of fragrances. I'll show on the blog where to get different fragrances, and you know how they work in candles and stuff like that. Then your wick. I've already cut it to fit in this jar. These are the CD18 wicks. They burn really clean. There's no smoke. They don't fray or anything like that. Then you need a wick holder. The wick's going to go through the bottom of there, and then you pinch the metal part. Put one of these double-sided stickers on the bottom, and that'll hold it to the bottom of the jar. You don't really need it. If you use hot glue, just to glue a little dab of glue on the bottom and stick the wick there and hold it, and that'll hold it to the bottom too. And then finally a small piece of cardboard the wick's going to go through to hold its center when the wax dries. And then finally your wax chips, soy wax chips. So I filled the large pot about halfway full with water. I'm going to wait for it to boil, and in the meantime I'm going to weigh out the wax and get everything else ready. So I got my melting pot on the scale. I'm going to tare it. Measure out 7 ounces of wax. The jar we have, it's an 8-ounce jar, but you don't want it to fill entirely. So 7 ounces will bring it kind of up to the bottom lip here, which is perfect for the candle. So when the water boils, I'm going to set this pot into the boiling water, and that'll melt the wax. So to hold the wick, I've threaded it through this metal piece here. I'm just going to pull it to the ends. Careful not to pull it out. Get a pair of pliers, pinch it. Like that. And take one of these double stickers, put it on the bottom here. Peel off the other side. And put that in the jar here. We can't reach down there, so I'm gonna have to use something to press it down with. There you go, it's stuck to the bottom there. Then I'm gonna take my piece of cardboard, put the wick in the slit there, pull it a little bit, careful not to pull it off the bottom, center it like that. And that's what's going to hold the wick in place when the wax hardens. Okay, so now my water's boiling. I'm going to take the pot with the wax in it, set it in here, just kind of float in there. Shouldn't really tip over. Sometimes you can use a bigger pot, like a soup pot, and hang the handle over the edge. But so now the wax is melted. It's been about 10 or 15 minutes. We're just going to take out the pot. Set it on the towel here, let it cool for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to add the fragrance and pour it into the jar. Alright, so it's about 10 minutes later. I let the wax cool just a little bit. It's still liquid. Now we're going to add the fragrance into it right here. They say add about 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces per pound of wax. I have about a ½ pound. I found you probably need about 2 ounces per pound if you want to get a really good smell. So I'm going to put 1 ounce of wax in here, which will be 2 tablespoons. And this one's going to be apple. Swirl this around. A spoon here. And slowly pour it into the jar. Just fill it about up to the first ring here. You don't want to fill it to the very top. We're going to take the cardboard with the slit in it, through there, center it. So now the candle's ready to go. We're going to let it harden for about 24 to 48 hours before we try it out. And if you want more information, just visit theficklehobbyist.blogspot.com. It's my blog, and it'll tell you how to order the different things you need for the candles and also some other tips on how to make them. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.